Croeso nôl I Stadiwm y Principality ar gyfer y rownd derfynol y plat rhwng Haverfordwest a Bonymaen. Reit ni wedi cael diwrnod anhygoel o rygbi heddiw yma. Nath Clwb Rygbi Cymru Caerdydd meiddi'r hen bernarddiaid yn y fowlen yn gynharach ac am foment iddyn nhw yn codi'r llws yma. A dyma I chi amserlen S4C am gweddill y diwrnod. Haverfordwest enillodd y fowlen llynedd. Maen nhw'n y rownd derfynol y plat eleni yn erbyn Bonymaen. Y gic gyntaf I ddod yma am chwarter wedi 5. Ac ar ôl y gêm yma fe bydd Ystyn Taf yn chwarae blaen Dilais, sef Llandaff North yn erbyn Seven Sisters. Byddwn ni gyda chi am chwarter wedi 7 ar gyfer hynny. Reit yn ymuno da fi heddiw yma, mae cyn chwaraewyr Cymru, Catrin Edwards ac Eleanor Snowsill. Yn gyntaf, Catrin, cyfle ffantastig i'r fenywod yma chwarae ar y cae ryngwladol Cymru o flaen y teuluoedd a popeth. Faint o achlysur yw e?
Ch'mo' beth, mae'n diwrnod special i'r chwaraewyr, ond mae'n diwrnod special i'r teuluoedd a ffrindiau hefyd. A mae'n brofiad anhygoel y merched. Mae angen jyst mynd allan a jyst mwynhau'r gêm heddiw.
Ffantastig. A Eleanor, ti amlwg wedi chwarae yma sawl tro. Pa mor arbennig yw I chwarae yn Stadiwm y Principality?
Mae fe'n briliant I chwarae fan hyn. Fi wedi bod yn digon ffodus I chwarae yma dwywaith i'n wlad. A mae fe jyst mor special. O'n I siarad â'r chwaraewyr ar ôl y gêm Cymru Eidal. A wedyn nhw bod hwnna wedi roi'r hwb extra iddyn nhw I fynd mas a ennill y gêm. Just chwarae mewn stadiwm, ein gwlad ni.
A tra bod ni yn sôn am y stadiwm, wrth gwrs bydd rhan fwyaf o garfan Haverfordwest gyda atgofion melys iawn o ennill y bowlen yma blwyddyn diwetha. Eithon ni lawr I ymarfer I dal land am nhw.
Haverfordwest a Chlwb Rygbi Cymru Caerdydd yn brwydron am Polen Undeb Rygbi Cymru.
It was a great experience. I had my little girl with me as a mascot as well, which she loved, and every day since she's wanted to run back out on the pitch.
Oedd e'n gêm agos, dwi'n meddwl, dim falchwn I ar y cae a dim yn gwylio ar stands.
Iana Neumann wedi sgorio, wedi rhoi thîm ar y blaen am y tro cyntaf.
It's just amazing that we were sort of all able to be there and just being able to play there and to score a try there was amazing. Obviously didn't expect to get a play of the match last year. We had lots of travelling support, so it was fantastic.
Edrych chi'n mynd y llydan tro hyn, mae yna ferchen yn sbar a mae'r crysau glas nôl ar y blaen.
It was a very close game. There were times where it could have gone either way, but we did a job and got over the line.
Y canolwyr sy'n allan yna, tuag at Jess James.
So oedd e'n eitha agos i'r touchline, so o'n i'n gobeithio bod chwaraeon ni mewn yn touch a bod popeth mynd I fod yn iawn.
Like, you never expect to play on the Principality. To go there and win is, amazing.
Pencampwyr y bowlen, ydi Haverfordwest.
I'm actually pregnant at the moment, so I won't be featuring in the final, but I'll be on the sideline doing a job and cheering the girls on.
It's all good. It's all going to be enjoyable. It's a good day out. It's a good fun process. And it's an achievement to get there regardless of the score.
Chwarae teg i'n merched, maen nhw wedi rhoi llawer o ymdrech mewn y blwyddyn yma. Y challenge mawr I ni gyd, ond mae'r merched wedi cymryd pob her yn union gorfol.
We're expecting a tough game. We know they're going to bring it. Really look forward to leading the team to the stadium. It's a huge opportunity for the girls and I'm really excited to get out there.
Haverfordwest wrth gwrs yn edrych I cael y plat I ychwanegu gyda'r bowlen, ond wrth gwrs bydd Bonymaen gyda syniadau arall. Is I gynharach I trafod a capten a prif hyfforddwr y clwb. Fi'n meddwl Georgia Evans a Colin Jones. Georgia, first and foremost, Bonymaen through and through, captain for 4 seasons, but sadly missing out on today with an injury. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely gutted to be missing out. I broke my leg 6 weeks ago in our semi-final, so I'm absolutely gutted. I can walk just about, but not good enough to be on the pitch, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is gutting. I'm so sorry about that. But what an occasion for the rest of the girls. Was there any nerves in the squad today?
Yes, loads of nerves, but we're all so excited. It's our second time we've been here, but it doesn't take away how so nerve-wracking and how amazing it is to be here. So yeah, we're so excited.
Great. Colin, head coach, how have the preparations been going?
They've been superb. It was a bit disjointed. We're really proud of a few of our girls. 2 selected for Wales Rugby League playing today. Second row Wales 20s, and then we lose our captain to a broken ankle, so particularly up front. But the girls stepped in. We played a game last Sunday, and they were all fantastic. Everyone's been training solidly now. Nobody missing training. It's been really, really positive, to be fair.
That's great to hear. You've been head coach for 6 seasons. So personally, how big is today for you?
It's massive because, well, I've been involved with the club. I started when I was 6 and been here all the way through. My wife is actually captain today. Now she was the vice captain with Georgia. So we've been together from the beginning of it all. And seeing the girls get here before, nearly come away with the win, but just pipped by Llandaff North. Hopefully we can go one step further today then.
Hopefully, mate. Good luck both. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Nice one. All the best. Reit am sy'n ni droi ein sylw at the ones to watch nawr. Chwarae wedi wylio, Eleanor, mae Tilly Hopkins yn chwarae 8wr I Bonymaen heddiw. Ffaith ddifur, oedd Captain Cymru Jack Morgan arfer warchod hi fel plentyn, ond wrth gwrs mae hi'n chwarae'r wrthi.
Wel, dangos pa mor ifanc yw I a profiad anhygoel iddi hi chwarae mewn stadiwm fel hwn, mewn gêm fel hwn heddi. Aelod o dîm Cymru 7 bob ochr, sgwad ymarfer o dan deunaw. Hefyd, o'n I siarad â prif hyfforddwr hi, cyn prif hyfforddwr hi Daryl Morgan, sy'n hyfforddi tîm Scarlett dan deunaw, nath I ennill chwaraewraig y tymor, a oedd e'n gweud bod hi'n real cymeriad on ag off y cae. Chymod, mae'n really physical, so bydd e'n really diddorol gweld sut mae'n mynd heddi.
A Catrin I hylffordd Sarah Lawrence. Mae hi wedi cael capiau rhyngwladol I Gymru ac mae hi'n gapten heddi. Ydy e'n bwysig cael y profiad na yn y garfan?
Bendant. Fi'n cofio cael Sarah mewn yn ymarfer gyda tîm Cymru pan ni'n paratoi am cwpan y byd. Dath hi mewn pan oedd hi'n astudio tygau, so felly mae hi jyst yn mynd I cael y profiad na heddiw a ni yn disgwyl bod hi'n mynd I fod yn gorfforol y cariwr bêl na llawer i'r tîm.
Ffantastig. A Iana Newman hefyd, oedd hi'n chwarae llynedd. Hi oedd seren y gêm, felly falle mwy o brofiad o bod ma ar y llwyfan enfawr ma.
Bendant. Chwa'r Lisa Neumann, fi'n meddwl, nath ddechrau ar yr asgell I Gymru yn erbyn Eidal heddi. Falle mae'n amlwg, mae rygbi yn genes nhw yn dose, so bydd e'n gret gweld os geith hi'r cyfle beth allai hi wneud hefyd.
Ffantastig, reit mae'r amser wedi cyrraedd. Amser I taflu draw at y tîm coms nawr. English language commentary is available with Jack Zorab and Eleanor Snowsill. A mae Catrin ar ei ffordd I ymuno yn y Gymraeg da Griff McKee.
Thank you very much, Lloyd, and good afternoon, everybody. After Wales's tight victory against Italy, Cardiff, the capital team, winning in the bowl competition. The plate comes alive ahead of the cup final tonight. So 2 teams in the running, in the tunnel, and getting ready for the peak of their seasons, the apex of everything they've been building towards this year. It's Bonymaen RFC ladies against Haverfordwest in the plate final. Haverfordwest, the bowl champions from last year, looking to win back-to-back silverware in the Principality. Bonymaen hoping to go one better than 2 years ago when they lost in the cup final. So here, Haverfordwest, this is how they line up, and the power in the pack looking to come from the likes of Sarah Lawrence at number 8, a front row, as well as a number 8, 23 years old, Wales caps to her name. In the backs, Megan Davis, a try scorer in the Principality last year, but she's moved from 12 to 10. Ella Sturley is in the inside centre slot with Anna Ridge pairing up in the centres. And they'll have a tough job getting past the likes of Lucy Rees and Anghara Jones. The captain Jones for Bonymaen in the centres, age 39, her centre partner Lucy Rees, aged 41. In the pack, they have some punching runners in the form of Cherry Morris, as well as Tyler Tippany and Tilly Hopkins as well, just 19 years of age at number 8. So we're getting ready to go. Jess Kavanagh taking charge of things from the centre. And we're under starters orders here. Lily Roberts with the ball in her hands. Fly half today. She checks where her forwards are. Kicks to the right. Haverfordwest cleanly take things from the kickoff, and charging upfield is Ella Sturley. Ellen Williams, scrum half for Haverfordwest into contact over the gain line. And Haverfordwest working their way through the hands. Good hands as well to bring forwards into play in the centre of the park. Promoted to the championship for this season after their efforts last year, and they've been trying to add intricacies to their game since we saw them a year ago on our screens, whilst maintaining the balance between backs and forwards, which marks their performance out last year. Some wonderful hands under pressure in that bowl final, and those hands just letting them down in these early stages here. Well, it's such a different build-up for these players when they play at the Principality. Things like the amount of time that they have to get ready is reduced. A 25-minute window to warm up at the Principality, and most teams would be used to getting ready in 45 minutes or an hour in league matches. So everything is squashed, everything's a bit different, and that plays into the mindset of everybody on the pitch in these opening exchanges. 90 seconds in, and here we go with Bonymaen's first touch of the ball. It was Hopkins at 8 who got that away nicely. It's a bounce here on the work to the edge.
That's fine.
And kept alive nicely too. Lucy Rees with the hands to go back inside. Moore, the scrum half. And there's Cherry Morris, choosing not to run, instead saw numbers outside her, and Amy Thomas was there.
Blue 5.
From the base goes Moore and Roberts. And it's Bonymaen's turn to knock the ball forward. So errors on both sides, but a penalty coming for Bonymaen.
High tackle, number 5.
And they are weighing up a shot at the posts or to touch. It's a fair distance to get this out of the sidelines. Nonetheless, safely done for a gain of around 8 yards or so.
Numbers, please.
Well, such a turnaround for Bonymaen, because this time a year ago they couldn't even fulfill some of their matches, and they were relegated into the championship. They had a massive recruitment drive over the summer. Brought in 10 or so players from Swansea University, players returning after giving birth as well, and they've managed to top the table this season. So it's been a wonderful return to form for them, and crowning this at the Principality, an achievement to make it to this stage, whatever. But what comes next is a bonus, but it's what they've all been dreaming of to get to this point.
Knock on in the line there, scrum down, blue ball. Big scrum now, girls.
So Haverfordwest with the scrum here, but they are
scrum down
in their own half, haven't managed to break out of it just yet.
Yeah, hold it there.
And this line-out not going to plan for Bonymaen, thrown from Peters. First encounter
Get up.
of the scrummaging kind.
Hold for the start. Yeah. Crouch. Sing. Bind. Set. 2, 3, 4.
So Ellen Williams waits. It's a good platform for the 9 to work from. Gets a good pass to Megan Davis. Then Sturley, but the ball goes to the floor, and racing away go Bonymaen. But they'll get called back. And it's a very good afternoon as well to my co-commentator today, Ellie Snowsill. Good to have you. Made it up from pitch sides for this one, Ellie. And let us inside the minds of the players at this point, a couple of minutes into an occasion such as this.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they'll be managing the emotions of this game. You know, it's something that you build yourself up to all season, knowing that at the end of it, you know, if you get to the final, you could be playing in the home of Welsh Rugby in the Principality Stadium, which is just incredible. So then as the build-up comes, you get closer week by week. How do you prepare? And then on game day, you know, everything will be different. But looks like Bonymaen have really struck off this scrum here.
So here come Haverfordwest and cutting in off the right wing. Anna Ridge made good yards, the outside centre. Bonymaen have pinched it.
Playing advantage. advantage offside.
And they'll have the advantage with it as well.
6 offside, playing advantage.
So Tiffany's charge there, the tight head prop. Hopkins closes the ball off. A little rush on the pass there, could have been intercepted.
6 offside, back 10. Offside, 6. This is your mark.
Yeah, it's always quite cagey. The opening couple of minutes of the games. Teams just feeling each other out, both at set piece, in attack and defence. Like you can see, great breakdown right there from Haverfordwest. They've clearly got some running threats out on the wing, so it's an area that Bonymaen will want to tighten up on.
Yeah, Ella Sturley breaking upfield nicely and linking with Ridge. But Bonymaen will get the scrum from here. And Ellie, a question for yourself: as the 10, all the sight lines are different if you're used to playing out in the open, in parks, in clubs around Wales. You come in here, it's indoor rugby today. The roof is on. It must be quite the head spin for the number 10s particularly.
Yeah, it is very different, but I tell you what, there's a huge advantage not playing in the wind and rain, so that's something that will definitely help them. And, you know, yes, it is different. Normally you'd be kicking to grass or trees, and here you're kicking to stands and potentially people, but yeah, hopefully the weather conditions being all nice and dry in here will definitely help them.
Bonymaen work it to the edge again, and that's nicely done. Pop back inside when there are options either side. They are managing to work Haverfordwest from left to right, Bonymaen. Charge from Amy Thomas.
Release! Get on side,
Moore
please.
doesn't have the ball at her feet, instead
Hands in the ruck. Back 10.
tap and go, and off goes Moore, going all the way through Sophie Moore into the 22. Support from Peters, the open side. Penalty comes in from Haverfordwest. The competition at the breakdown is intense at the moment.
Yeah, and that's going to be key. Who can, you know, battle at the breakdown, who can win that throughout the game. And it's all about reading refs' interpretation and then adjusting to it. I thought that was a really good vision there, quick tap and go, but just the support play, the whole team weren't quite on the same page as her, didn't quite get the support there, and then a great turnover.
Lily Roberts collects this for Bonymaen, goes around the first defender, looks for another, then sees numbers outside her. Good support. Jess Lindell was there. Now coming around Roberts again. Straighten of the line from Bainan. Keris Bainan making sure that Bonymaen didn't go too laterally. And now they look for the direct transfer of power forward. Moore. Hopkins, real injection of speed that she brings to things. Still a teenager, Tilly Hopkins.
Yeah, she's one we spoke about before the game. Definitely punches well above her weight in terms of the physicality, both in attack and defence. So it's going to be really exciting to see what kind of impression she can make on the game today.
Bonymaen, of course, without Georgia Evans, their captain, after being injured 6 weeks ago. What a cruel blow for Georgia. Sport is never kind. You're sometimes lucky, I suppose, Ellie.
Well, you have got to be very lucky as you go throughout your career, and you know, I think it's. I'm sure the girls will be wanting to put in a good performance for them today, for her today.
Nice loop arounds. Bonymaen with more attacking intent here, and they slip the offload as well to Tiffany. Now she can cause real havoc from that kind of range. Thomas takes the charge on. Has Haverfordwest got hands on the ball? They haven't. It's now with Jones along to Fields. Kirsten Fields, firefighter by profession, the fullback, keeps her feet, and it's spun back in. Tiffany again, going to the familiar names in this Bonymaen team when they need go forward, and it could be on out wide if they can expose some holes in Haverfordwest defence.
Well, there was a real opportunity there. If she'd have just tipped the ball to Amy Thomas, I think Amy Thomas would have been walking in under the six.
But they're keeping the pace high, though, and there's an opportunity on the right. Jones passes on, keeps it herself. Anghada Jones, the captain, sneaks over, and the pressure tells.
Yeah, that was a great bit of build-up play there by Bonymaen. I think they'll be very happy with that. They kept the ball, they kept patient in attack, recycled the ball. and then ended up getting over the line. So it's really great awareness there, quick tap, trying to catch teams unaware. And you know, when you're on your try line, you've got to stay in the moment, you've got to stay focused. We saw a try very, very similar from the previous game, from the bowl final, quick tap and straight over the line. So it's a real area for teams to really identify.
First blood in the plate final to Bonymaen.
Good, thank you.
Lily Roberts to try and make this a touch better for all 7.
It's a great strike, just unfortunately pulled it a little bit wide, but really, really good strike. She definitely had the distance there.
Thanks, mate.
And Hannah Jones, 39 years of age, but moving swiftly and so alert to the opportunity. Ellie, you'd just seen how an opportunity had gone begging, but they moved on quickly from that.
Yeah, they did, and it was really good that they eventually made the pressure that they had turn into points, and that's going to be key today, is who can turn that pressure into points and, you know, really convert their opportunities in the opposition's 22.
Well, this season in the league, both teams have played one and won one, lost one with each other, so it has been tight, and that was a good carry from Jodie Williams. Great opportunity this from Haverfordwest, right after Bonymaen's score.
But we're playing advantage. High tackle. Okay, 10.
Yeah, that time after you can see, after you score a try is really, really important. You know, and a lot of teams put a big focus on how do you exit off the kick-off restart and clear your lines. And I think we saw earlier on in the day, Wales scored the first try, but then didn't exit cleanly, lost the ball, and then ended up conceding. And then it becomes very hard work for you to get back into the game.
Use the line as your mark, please, guys.
Territorial pressure now for Haverfordwest.
10.
They go to the front, secure the ball. Bonymaen all stand off, but now they engage. So those first few metres were easily gained by Haverfordwest, and they peel down the left-hand side with Carrington. She's repelled. Pick and go now from Monday. Youngest player on this Haverfordwest team, just 18 years old.
Release!
Williams. Davis. Good carry again. Sturley causing all sorts of problems
Roll away, 12, please.
in the centre.
That's fine, ball's available.
Williams keeps the pace as high as she can. Williams again, Jodie Williams this time, who started this foray forward by stealing the ball. Can it turn into points? Step back against the grain from Ridge. She goes to within a few metres. Ellen Williams can't get the ball away, so reinforcements required to secure this. Then they pick and they go and they head towards the posts. A metre away, Haverfordwest. Ridley has gone to the right-hand side and snuck the ball over. Haverfordwest reply, it's the hooker, Amy Ridley. And they haven't had much territory, but they've made what they've had counts. 5 points each, and this one scored under the sticks.
Well, whatever Bonymaen can do, Haverfordwest can also do. So, yeah, great bit of pressure there. You could tell they were patient in their attack. They worked through their phases, and that's when you really grind down teams. And look at the body position in here, nice and low. It's really hard to defend pick and goes that close to your try line, because you have to stay on side. You have to keep your hands and feet behind the line. So if the attacking player stays nice and low and drives over with a bit of a latch, then, you know, more than often you're going to score the try.
Ellen Williams knocks this over. She was playing at 10 last year in the final. Emma Summons was the 9. Emma Summons is here in the stadium, but she's having recently given birth, unable to play in this year's final. But the points being knocked over just as they were last year by Ellen Williams. 7 points to 5. Haverfordwest lead Bonymaen, and it's nicely poised after 15 minutes.
Yeah, it is, and I said it earlier, and this is exactly the kind of scoreline and type of game you want in these games, in these finals. You want them to be tight. Who's got the edge, who can find the little margins to grind out the win.
Advantage.
Tatty Richards with the first touch of the ball in this final, the right winger.
11 high tackle.
Not always easy for wingers to stay in finals such as this when
Leave it, Red.
up front the battle is fought so keenly, particularly early on. Space spotted downfield, good use of the left boot. Also good positioning from Lily Roberts though.
I think that was a great decision. You know, she had a full back line chasing it. There's only 2 players back for Bonymaen, but probably also knew that she had the penalty advantage as well. So it's a bit of a free shot there, free play.
So Williams knocks this out to touch.
Numbers.
And Ellie, this width of pitch as well is unusual for teams at this level. Even in international level or an elite level, you don't fight often a pitch this wide. So how does that play into tactics? Should change because of that, or do you just keep doing what you've been doing all season?
Back, please.
It depends on your strengths. So you know, if you do have fast backs and ability to ball handle well, then definitely tactics should change. You should try and stretch teams width to width, which we saw Club do quite well in the earlier game. But you know, also at the same time, if your forwards are your strengths, then you want to keep it tight and try and go up the middle and offload and go through the teams.
Get on side.
Thunderous tackle from Ella Sturley on Tyler Tippany, but Tippany's bounced up again and she's looking to get moving. She's already made so many metres for her team. Here's Cherry Morris.
Grip formed.
Tippany and Morris in a head-to-head duel within Bonymaen to try and carry the ball forward more than each other at the moment. Nicely played down the line, but also nicely marshalled by the Haverfordwest defence.
Yeah, that was a really important phase of play there. I think Haverfordwest stayed nice and patient. You know, in these areas of the pitch, you're really trying to not concede a penalty because you don't want to give any more territory or let them into your 22. So they were very patient in defence there and marshalled Bonymaen out into the pitch. So really important defensive set there.
Blue. Angharad, take a step, thank you.
So Ridley
Hold, yeah.
Gets the line out right. Williams moves the ball onwards.
Are they coming up before I put my
Charge
hand
from
down?
Emily Carrington.
That's fine.
Stolen on the floor though. And Hannah Jones peels away. Bonymaen again in good position and again looking to keep the pace high.
Five. High tackle and not rolling away. Back, please.
She's looking very lively, isn't she?
On you.
Haverfordwest will have to be mindful of that.
Sophie Moore this time goes through the hands and it's Tippany who's making inroads again. Ball stolen though. Turnover once more. There are so many steals in this match already. What a wonderful run this is as well. To try and go around the outside and still keeping her feet in. Cutting back on the inside. Anna Ridge has gone east to west before straightening up. But she's made all of 45 yards or so for her team. Wonderful run from the centre.
And release, tackler.
Yes, an unbelievable run. I think everyone was almost wanting her to just straighten, but actually she backed herself and went on the outside, and now we see Haverfordwest with a real attacking opportunity.
Emma Bush with that last charge, the solicitor during the week. And that's a lovely missed pass from Davis. Now the hands are on the outside are good. Swift puts boot to ball and there's a chase on here. 2 Haverfordwest players in the game, but they are beaten to it.
Carried over.
That's absolutely brilliant attack there, I think. I love it right from the start, and there's a great miss pass by Davis into space, finding the space. It's all off this turnover. So it's a great carry by Tippany, but then really good rip, and she goes, well, from her own 10 metres out from her own try line. All the way around.
Okay.
Bonymaen won't be happy with these missed tackles. It's something that they'll probably be speaking about now during this break of play.
Anna Ridge laying into back rowers as well, Ellie, on that route.
You got all right?
Huge handoff.
Yeah, so on that one, when you're...
And then this year, I absolutely love this option, putting boot to ball, really putting pressure on teams.
Where's Natalie?
Really good option, and I think they've now probably got a scrum 5 metres out.
Her own way. Okay, I want to see a tug on the ball. Okay, I don't want to see you touching the ball. I want to see you underneath giving that tug. Okay?
So pause on here, and we'll start things with the scrum again. And Ellie, you mentioned Sophie Moore and the speed and tempo she's bringing to the game. Is that the kind of scrum half that you like to play with, someone who does that?
Yeah, definitely, especially if they do it at the right times. And I think that's a really important part of the game, is knowing when and where to do it. You know, the time not to do it is if you've been under the cosh and maybe you're in your own half and 5 of your players are on the floor or in the ruck. That's probably not the time to do it. But the time to do it is when you're on top and you want to really squeeze teams. And I think so far she's made the right decisions with that.
So they've got to get it right every time to play alongside you. Here we go with Haverfordwest. Big pick up from the base. Over the line. Touchdown for Haverfordwest. It's Sarah Lawrence, all that power. An unstoppable force from 5 metres.
Yeah, what a finish by Sarah Lawrence. She was our player to watch before the game. I've played a couple of caps with her. She was prop for Wales in the 2019 autumn, so she's a very strong ball carrier. You can tell here she backs herself there, power off the base of the scrum. It's great pick-up, ball transfer. Hands her off, and she ends up beating 3 players to get over that line. So it's a great finish by her.
Haverfordwest 2 tries to 1 up against Bonymaen. Williams lining this one up. And she's knocked this over. Well, let's go down pitch side with Lloyd as well. So here's Lloyd, and let's see who's caught up with.
Yeah, fi ma da prif hyfforddwr Bonymaen, Colin Jones. Colin, you did brilliantly to go 5-0 up initially. Were you happy with what you saw at that point?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, both teams are very even. We've had opportunities, I think. We're forcing the pass a little bit once we're in their 22, and then some of their carriers have done absolutely superb. And before you know it, we're back to now at 22. So we're building nicely, and then it's just that last pass.
Yeah, so what messages have been going on since the last 2 tries just conceded there? What are the main messages have been on?
I think that, number 1, stop forcing passes. Number 2, we've got to get our tackles in. Too many girls trying to grab jerseys, and they're big, strong girls, so you've got to get low. Got to get them down.
Plenty of time, mate, to get it back.
Absolutely.
All the best.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And Colin Jones, backs coach for Bonymaen since 2017, but Liam Brooks, the head coach, he's only started this season. He's managed to bring in the type of adjustments that have helped Bonymaen reach the final of the plate.
Ball's out, that's fine.
Tilly Hopkins with a reception party of Haverfordwest players, but she gets the ball away. Cutting through goes Fields. Moore.
6. I want you
There's
to take
Tiffany.
a step back foot it is, or you're
Nice
offside,
straightener
right?
again.
Yes.
From the second row, Thomas. Haverfordwest poised to charge out of the line, and they get some good pressure on the ball carriers. Shannon Nolan. Moore again. Wide pass to Jones. Jones brings in Lucy Reese.
High tackle from 15. Playing advantage.
High tackle from Rhiann Swift. Hopkins just does not slow down when she hits contact. Playing with house money here with the advantage. Thomas. Another good charge, but we'll come back.
Come here, come here. It's a penalty. Pulling on the hair. You're off. Go. I saw you. Go.
So Fleur Monday is sent to the cooler for 10 minutes.
Can you just check?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this on replay.
Amy.
Jess Kavanagh, very determined. Is it a hair grab?
Yes, guys.
Could be a hair pull, because whatever she saw, she knew straight away. And that's, you know, that's good officiating there. She's very clear with her decision making, very decisive, and it's very important from a ref. Okay. Jess Kavanagh, ex-Welsh winger, very good winger.
Have a word with your players.
Great to see her officiating.
That handoff was legal. Then she grabbed her hair in the tackle. All right? Sorry, so have a word. Yeah. And I'm not happy with your offside line either. Okay? I'm having to have a chat with six all the time. All right?
Tilly Hopkins is down there. It was mentioned in the build-up as well. Jack Morgan was her babysitter, Tilly Hopkins. I mean, how about that? There's lots of statistics out there that we talk about in rugby, but that one is a big one.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he's old enough, to be honest with you, because in my mind he's still quite a young player. But yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I'm wondering if he gave her any tips as she's coming through the ranks. Both very good back rowers.
Yeah, and the ability to carry hard into contact. There's certainly a connection there.
Wait, pulling on the hair. Okay, wait. Yeah, on you.
Sophie Moore looks to the right, then goes to the left. Tiffany doesn't run this time. She slips the pass on, and the hands are excellent from Bonymaen. A metre away. Tegan Rumming was shut down there. Thomas has to spin and go.
And release.
Haverfordwest have recovered somewhat. Well established set piece from Bonymaen, and then it's Morris at speed.
Get onside, Blues.
Moore, Roberts back on the inside again. There goes Moore, there's Morris. Picking up good positions, Bonymaen's big carriers, but again shut out. Moore to Rumming.
And roll away 8.
And the pick and go, Lindell.
Yeah, it's great defence here by Haverfordwest, putting in double shots. I was just about to say they're doing really well to keep their discipline, but they've now given away the penalty, so Bonymaen now playing with the penalty advantage. Let's see what they can make of it.
Morris will look to go wide, will she? Not at all. She goes straight and makes good yards and is so close again. Now there's numbers for Bonymaen to the right.
You're not trying.
Through the middle, the sneak from the scrum half. Moore.
It's on the line.
It's on the line. Try warded.
I was going to say she has to score that because there was huge numbers on the left and the right. But she's backed herself and, you know, thoroughly deserves a try. She's been in the middle of everything good so far.
So sharp from Sophie Moore.
Yeah, great strength just to sneak that ball over the line there. And, you know, again, body height is so important when you go into the line from those areas. She's not the biggest player on the pitch and she's running through a middle of forwards there, but she's done really well to get herself over the line.
The best time to break, though, Ellie, for scrum halves is when everyone expects it to go wide, and Sophie Moore did just that.
Yeah, exactly. Just catching the tight defence players around the ruck area, and that's somewhere that I'm sure Haverfordwest would have spoken about now, wanting to tighten up, because, you know, it's one thing teams going around you, but you definitely don't want teams coming through you in that area.
Possibly say Lucy Rees was running a very clever blocking line, but I don't think she realised it was coming either.
Okay.
Took everyone by surprise. And what a day it's been so far. Over 10,000 fans here for Wales's match against Italy, breaking standalone rugby records in Wales for an international.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. You know, the atmosphere was electric and it was just really good. There was music going. It really genuinely helped the players on the pitch. I spoke to a few of them after and they said it was just incredible to play here. And, you know, that is the danger sometimes when you move a game to a huge venue, that you lose the atmosphere. But I think the WIU did really well to create that atmosphere today, and it made the difference for the girls on the pitch.
Yeah, it's really good to hear, because what a brave decision to go from the Cardiff Arms Park, where the atmosphere is so good, when it's crammed to the rafters.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a stepping stone for the game. You know, you saw England getting sort of 45,000 to Twickenham, but they started a couple of years ago. They started with only getting 10,000, and every now and again you've got to try a game in the stadium and do everything you can to bring more and more crowds here. And I think that's really important. And I love that they've put on the road to Principality, the 3 finals straight after, because people can make a real day of it.
Not from me, anyway.
Lily Roberts down for Bonymaen at the moment.
It's just a bleeding nose.
There's only one way she's going, isn't there, Tilly Hopkins? Straight through the middle of them.
A blood change. Yeah, okay, they want to do a blood change. Okay.
And Ellie, how close from this level of rugby, from the Championship, from the Premiership, are Welsh players to the international level? Of course, so many Welsh players go into England and play in the league there and come back and play internationally, but the concept of playing in Wales for clubs and then making that international step up, how far away are we, do you think, from that being a common thing?
There is a big step up between it. I think funding plays a big part to the clubs in England. They've got a lot of funding behind them. They're attached to a lot of the men's team. The RFU funds them, and you have two full-time S&Cs, physios, coaches. You're training 3 times a week. You get your speed, your gym, your units, your skills. So it's really hard for players who are playing in their clubs in Wales to sort of compete with that. They might only train twice a week, and the games aren't regular enough at the minute, but it's definitely an area that the WIU are looking to target, and they know that that's the next step. You've obviously got the Celtic Challenge, which has been huge, and it only started last season, and look how much better it was this season. So that's an opportunity for players in Wales to put their hands up, and it was open trials for that. So there are opportunities for the top players to sort of show what they can do, because it's a huge selection piece now for the coaches. Look at the amount of players that came through from Celtic Challenge and have now been capped in the Six Nations.
On days such as this, a fantastic shot window as well. How about the advertisement for the scrum from Haverfordwest there?
One popping up.
That's a huge scrum. They'll be very happy with that.
Well, Lily Roberts, of course, having gone off now, the 21-year-old. That's a sad sight to see. She's replaced by Lauren Smith, Welsh international, 12 caps to her name. Someone who can conjure something out of nothing, but it was a solid beginning from Roberts. She was getting that back line ticking, so that's a bit of a shame for herself.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I think she was playing really well, and had some real good impacts on the game, so it's a real shame, and hopefully she's okay. Lauren Smith is, we were talking about the Celtic Challenge. She's one who played for Brython Thunder this season. I've played in Bristol Bears with her as well. She's a great talent, a really good playmaker, so I'm sure she'll be looking to make a mark on this game.
Okay.
Making a mark on Bonymaen right there. Becky Osborne, goodness me.
6.
Robust carrier in the 11 jersey.
13. 6, not rolling. Okay. You help 13 from getting into it, 6, okay? You help 13.
Yeah, she just got trapped in there. Got to make a real effort to try and get out of there. I think it's very clever play by Haverfordwest. They're just sort of managing to trap her into the area of the ruck there to gain the penalty.
On the mat.
So Ridley, opening try scorer for Haverfordwest with the arrows. Went straight, but no one claimed it, so here we go. Bonymaen racing into action, and there's Smith's first touch of the ball, and she's released Bonymaen's outside backs here. Lovely draw and give on the edge. And almost away, but good last-ditch defending.
That's great counter-attack play there. Really good to see the backs moving the ball in their hands, getting the ball to their danger players out on the wings. Really good stuff, and they've made a gain now of 30 metres. So you can see here, I thought Tiffany would fancy a carry because she's been very lively in the carries, but it's great ball transfer, moving the ball. I think we could have straightened a little bit there to allow a bit more space for the winger. But really good intent there.
And a good line out from Haverfordwest now into the midfield. Good ball transfer, lovely big pass out wide, but it was read by Reese.
It's fine.
Good defence from the outside centre, the hardest channel to defend that, and Reese has sewn it up once more. Carry from Lucy French.
You're out there faster if you want your decisions.
And Jodie Williams. She's mullered into the turf. Dangerous runner that Williams has marked herself out as already. Big boot over the top from Davis. 29-year-old fly half who's retiring this year from the game. Here's Kirsten Fields. Well, she's gone off on a mazy run here. Goes round Osborne with ease. And Fields from the very back straightens to go over halfway.
It's a great run up to the halfway line. I think she was looking for a winger to run a little bit of a cut with her there. But she does really well not to throw the offload because she couldn't quite spot her.
Here's Tiffany again. Pick and go from Jones. Morris has to secure the ball. Tiffany to play scrum half. Short pass to Smith, who searches for a longer pass, and then Hopkins is on the outside here. The number 8 has to keep it alive and does. Carried on by Keris Bynum. And now Nolan. And players arriving just in time for Bonymaen.
Still got the advantage for her.
There's Thomas. Truckload of carries that she's got through this afternoon already. Moore searching pass for Smith. Lovely dummy. Through she goes. Lauren Smith. An outstanding score. A dummy to send Haverfordwest looking elsewhere, and she goes through.
And Lauren Smith has really trademarked that dummy. It is something she's been doing since she burst onto the international scene at the age of 17. Look at that, massive dummy. But what's really important is she takes the ball right up to the line. She's running at speed, and when you run at speed, you make defenders have to make decisions under split seconds, and that's where you'll get mistakes. And, you know, just a tiny little missed tackle there, but she's straight through and under the 6. So she really has made an impression on this game as soon as she's come on.
Smith to convert her own and move Bonymaen 7 ahead. It's well struck and all 7. Lauren Smith's introduction has brought Bonymaen into the lead again.
Sorry?
Haverfordwest all the time. We're down to 14, of course, but no longer. Fleur Monday comes back on.
Yeah, and they haven't done too badly considering they've been down a player for that long. To only concede 1 try, you know, I think they'll be fairly happy with that. Hopefully now they can lift up the energy and start playing with a bit more of attacking width now that they've got that extra player on.
Just make sure you're behind the kicker, please.
The Bonymaen bench in good spirits here. Now they go ahead as well. Just a few minutes before half-time. Moore. Tegan Rumming. Another one of the 18-year-olds out on the pitch. Both loosehead props, 18 years of age in this final. Lovely take of the ball and then the pass, but it goes to ground from Sturley.
Knock on that way, okay? We'll go for the first knock on. Scrum down, blue ball here, okay?
Right, this is a real attacking opportunity now for Haverfordwest. Haven't really seen them have many opportunities in Bonymaen's 22, and they're only about 5 metres out from here. Scrum is a great place to attack from. You know, majority of players are all tied up in the scrum, so there's some real opportunity here, especially midfield scrum. It's very hard to defend from.
Hook to the back. There's Lawrence, and she just ploughs through the open side flanker, Charlotte Peters. The ball's there, has to be contained, and instead Bonymaen have stolen it. Hopkins.
Get on side.
Bonymaen. Oh, breakthrough, and that's a lovely line from Field, and she's racing clear. Fullback Rhiann Swift nails her opposite number. 15 on 15, and Swift did a good job, but the pressure has not been relieved. It's going to be intensified now. Good line from Smith again. What an introduction she's been to this back line for Bonymaen in unfortunate circumstances for Lily Roberts. Good carry from Nolan, who's coming more and more into this match now. The hooker. Moore. Check from Anghada Jones. Looks for support and finds it from Morris, and Morris might get free. Monday with a last-ditch tackle. Pick and go through the middle. Bonymaen looking to go 2 tries ahead just before the half, and Jones is looking for her second. Moore.
Back foot, please.
Away to the left. Lindell.
Release, tackler.
She goes a metre out. Moore is there again. She might fancy a slight, knowing her instincts. Instead, it's a roll from so close and stolen. And Jodie Williams has denied Bonymaen what felt like a certain try. Here's a penalty, though. Moore. Can't go quickly.
Holding on.
Goodness me, so close again.
Let's go, please.
Yeah, really close. I think they're definitely winning the physicality battle at the minute. You know, all their carries, they're getting over the gain line.
Tiffany gets it ripped. And that's stayed in. And that is bouncing around. Bonymaen have lost all of 53 metres. Tiffany picks it up. And Gareth Jones.
And release!
Moore.
You're offside, 6 again.
Good step
Playing
from Peters.
advantage. 6 offside again.
Smith. Support from Thomas.
6 offside. 6, come here.
I think Haverfordwest are struggling a little bit here. A few players down on the floor.
Go.
And we see another yellow card.
Offside.
Second yellow card for Haverfordwest. It's Jodie Williams this time. They've only had 15 players on the pitch for the last few minutes. It means quarter of this first half they've had to play with 14.
Yeah, they'll be really disappointed with that, with their discipline there, because it does put a lot of pressure on the team. It'll be 20 minutes now that they'll have had to play with 14 players. But look at this rip from Meg Davis. Great awareness to put the kick down, knowing as well that Bonymaen have just been in attack, so there'll be no one in their backfield. So it was a really good kick. It's just a shame the winger wasn't there to chase the kick and put some more pressure onto it.
There has been an aspect of the game, Ellie, that has dictated this first half. It's been the rip from both sides. Both teams have played it really nicely and turned defence into attack with it.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, a little bit in terms of how the attack are playing. So when you one up carry and you carry quite high, you do leave yourselves a bit vulnerable to the rip, and defences are then able to come in and double tackle. One person goes low, one person goes on the ball, and you know, I think both defences have recognised that really well. To counteract that, you want to move the ball a little bit more. So if you tip it a bit more, then you know players can't put double tackles on you, and then you leave yourself less susceptible to the rip.
Take a step.
Knock on from Bonymaen.
Knock on there. Okay. Scrum down. Your ball. On the 15 here, guys, please. Okay. So knock on. Scrum down.
So last play of the half.
Sorry, Amy, I forgot
with
to
Bonymaen 19-12 ahead.
push my button on that last penalty. Are we okay for time? Crouch! Bind! Set! Ball in. Stay on side 9.
Ellen Williams gets it away. There's Davis looking to release Sturley, and she draws and gives, and Ridge is off and going. Another fine backline move from Haverfordwest. Tati Richards with the jink and then the extra pace in the wide channel. With the advantage here. What a breakout again from Haverfordwest. Their backline from set pieces has been putting everything together in a nice order.
Ball's there.
Yeah, they've looked really threatening off their scrum moves. It's been really good to see them move the ball and test the wide channels, and I think that's an excellent kick there. Really good awareness that there was no one covering that area of the backfield.
And if it had stayed in, Ellen Williams's box kick might have led to something, but it drifts out for everybody. So the first half, a thrilling encounter in this plate final between Bonymaen and Haverfordwest, and it is Bonymaen who lead 19 points to 12. 3 tries to 2 at half-time.
Should we go in the middle, girls? Yeah? She went off at 39. 39. I had 8 minutes left on it. Okay.
Ie, fi'n hapus. Ie, fi ma da Angharad Jones, canolwr Bonymaen. Sut ti'n teimlo ar ôl y hanner gyntaf na? Chi yn y blaen wrth gwrs?
Wel, teimlo'n arbennig ar hyn o bryd. Mae jyst eisiau bod ni'n mynd mas nawr ail hanner, cadw momentum, a gobeithio wedyn ni dod i ffwrdd gyda'r neu'r yn y Gymraeg.
Ie, wrth gwrs. A sut teimlad yw i sgorio ar stadiwm y Principality?
Teimlad byth gofiadwy anhygoel, ti'n modd. Y cais gyntaf fyd, chuffed.
Ti'n gwybod be? Pob lwc am yr ail hanner. Da iawn ti.
Diolch yn fawr. Diolch yn fawr nes i gyda chi. Diolch.
So Angharad Jones getting things going with that first try for Bonymaen. The captain leading the way for her team in the early stages. And that brought the fans off their seats. But Haverfordwest struck back. And they struck back quickly as well. It was Amy Ridley who crossed from close range. And then after that, Sarah Lawrence from a little bit further out, but not by much. The big number 8, Welsh international, showing her quality off the base of the scrum. And showing her quality from the base of the ruck here was Sophie Moore. Little sneak and go from the lively scrum half. Has been one of the stand-up performers for Bonymaen in the first 40. This was the moment of the match so far. Lauren Smith off the bench, drifting through defenders and diving down under the sticks for the go-ahead try for Bonymaen. So this is what's coming up over the coming days. Dragons against Connacht, so that's taking place tonight, 7:45. Cardiff against Edinburgh. Running fully from S4C. 3:15 on the replay after that. And coming up tonight, it is the Cup final as well. So do stay with us for that as we bring Seven Sisters and Llandaff North to the screens. And here's Llandaff North arriving. Full of confidence. Probably the team to beat in this final. They come in as favourites just about. Kick-off at 7:15 tonight in the Principality. The cup final between these two teams. So let's catch up with Lloyd, pitch side.
Yeah, fi ma da Rosie Mankey, prif fforddwr Hwlffordd. Rosie, very, very tight game so far. What positives have you taken from the first half?
When we had the ball, we had the momentum and we were gaining metres each time. We just need to kind of use that now to build on and score some points.
Was that the message at half-time? Anything else?
Yeah, it was confidence. Our set piece has been really strong as well, and I think we just need to build on that
up our confidence, up the chat, and we can put some points on the board then.
Hopefully, Rosie, thank you for joining us. All the best.
Thank you very much.
So half-time out on the pitch, Ellie, and if you were in the huddles, if you were down there, what advice would you be passing on to Haverfordwest?
Haverfordwest, I'd say discipline is a real area that they'll want to focus on. Trying to get the ref back on side. You know, they've had 2 yellow cards in the first half, so just being squeaky clean in that area. Probably just, you know, leave the rucks for a little bit for the first 10 minutes, you know, just to try and get the ref back on side. Tackle nice and low. You know, whatever she wants to see. I saw she went and spoke to both captains at half-time, so whatever she wants to see, do it. And then once you've done that, then you can get yourself back into the game. You know, wait for your card to come back on. Try not to concede any tries in that 8 minutes they've got left, down to 14 players, and then really turn it on. And I think moving the ball to the widths like they have done off the scrum, it's worked really well for them. They've got some danger players out there, so, you know, definitely target those areas.
And on the other side of the coin, Bonymaen, what points would you be hitting home at half-time?
Probably a bit more of the same. I think they'll be pretty happy with that first half performance. Again, I think they've looked dangerous when they've got the ball into the hands of Lauren Smith and their back line. So just looking to move the ball. I think they did go a little bit into one-up carries, you know, and got stripped a few times. So I'd like to see them just move the ball a little bit more. There's definitely space opening up once they have a few strong carries down the midfield. There's definitely space that opens up in the wide channels.
Would you expect the space that Lauren Smith found for her score to not be there in this second half? They will have sharpened things up at half-time, and that surprise factor of suddenly coming off the bench won't be there. Or will she still seek it?
If they know anything about Lauren Smith, everyone in the game knows that she throws a huge dummy, but people still fall for it, so we'll see.
They get underway for the second half. Haverfordwest kick off, but then trying to reclaim it, knocking the ball on. So Moore goes back to it down the short side, and Hopkins has just kept her engine running at the same tempo during that half-time break.
I love how she accelerates into the contact.
Release.
You know, you don't see many players do that who get faster as they get closer to the tackle.
Advantage is over, okay?
Thought about the pass, but decided against it. It was a good decision. Seen how interceptions in these cup finals last year as well can change things. Smith has gone, and stepping, takes on the cover defence, has to chip to keep it alive. Tatty Richards tidies up. Having been beaten initially, she did well to get back.
There it is. We said they'd fall for the dummy again, and they did. She can create space out of nothing.
They are a player down as well for 6 minutes or so more with Williams out of action. Penalty comes, and Hannah-Jones working hard on the floor.
Okay, holding on.
Yeah, it's an area that Haverfordwest will probably want to avoid. They need to just get to that the support players need to get to the ball carriers just that little bit quicker, because Bonymaen are looking very sharp in that area.
Tap and go. Shipped off from Thomas. Hopkins was the recipient of that, but she gets caught out on the floor.
Okay.
So Jana Neumann has come on at half-time for Haverfordwest. So that spells promising things for Haverfordwest. Neumann, a try scorer in the final last year, and it was her who won this turnover. Unsurprising, Ellie, when we see it in slow motion.
Yeah, it's a great turnover. She does really well to stay on her feet and survive the first clear out, and then gets that crucial lift on the ball, which is the trigger then for the ref to give you the turnover.
Only recently returned to rugby after 5 months off, Neumann.
Play advantage.
But up to the speed of this final already.
And now release, 7.
Bonymaen with possession and driving through the middle. And that's a good carry indeed. Natalie Murphy, who's come on at half-time as well. Hopkins. Picks and goes. Morris. Good line spotted from Thomas.
Roll away. Ball's out.
Neumann tries to get that back. Lovely skills here from Smith. And then she looks up, sees space. has chasers in the game here, and they might cause trouble. Rhiannon Swift has to be Swift, and she is, but then gets bundled into touch.
Just a knock on by Red there.
That's a great vision by Lauren Smith there, and I also think it's great work as well by Haverfordwest to cover that ground.
Yeah, just a knock on by Red.
There's Georgia Evans,
Scrum down, your ball.
Bonymaen's captain,
okay,
who is unfortunately sitting today out injured.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be proud of her team's performance so far.
I'll step away for you, okay?
Yeah, 19-12 to Bonymaen, this team which were relegated into the championship last season and have since bounced back, impressively so.
It's a great scrum considering they're down to 7 players in the scrum.
Neumann plays scrum half from the back. Oh, good bounce.
Everyone onside.
It's going to work out here for Haverfordwest. Good breakout. Bynum. Keris Bynum ships the ball on to Fields. Field straightens.
And release.
Showing what she can do in open field. Kirsten Field today already. There's Morris. Good step from the blind side. Takes 2 to bring her to the floor. It's a nice slip pass from Smith. Knows where the big runners are in Thomas. And they're putting everything together so well now. Smith again. She'll go and she'll break the line. And Smith steps. Good tackle again from the fullback. Kirsten Field has just about kept her team in this with that tackle. And Hannah Jones fires herself forward. Can Bonymaen keep the pressure on and turn this into points? To the edge they go. Haverfordwest defence so organised. Once the line is broken, they've done wonders in getting back and straightening things out, Ellie.
Yeah, that scramble defence has been really good. I think they've been under a lot of pressure in these past 5 to 10 minutes, and they've done really well not to concede a try so far. How about this though, playing out the back of the pod, and again it's the dummy. She's just spotting where defenders might be a bit tired and going through them. It was a great cover tackle though by Swift. Outstanding stuff.
I think that's 4 line breaks from Smith now, Ellie, since she's come on.
Amy.
Quite the impression.
I think there's 3, but I'll check. Amy,
if I were Haverfordwest now, I'd be saying double up on her and don't fall for the dummy.
She's looking for a button to speak to me.
She just does it at such pace, though, the way she carries the ball to the line, you know. And
there's 3 minutes on the card.
She's really good at just sort of standing back, marshalling the players around her, but then when she spots a gap or when she spots a weakness in the defence, that's when she'll accelerate on, and, you know, it really challenges defenders to make decisions under pressure and a very small amount of time, and that's where she gets her breaks from.
So Moore and Smith planning their next assaults on the Haverfordwest line. So what's it like when there's a break in play here, Ellie, and you're out in the middle of a big pitch, essentially? Fans are quite far away from you, they can be. Does it ever strike you as a little bit of a lonely place at a big pitch like this?
It depends on the team around you. You know, I think it's really important. I think it's a good sign of a team's culture is if they come together during that break and, you know, are they all in a huddle? Are they all talking about the next job? And that's where you can get some really good input into what's going on in the game and the areas you might want to target or improve on. So, yeah, you can maximise it to your opportunity if you want to.
Okay, you can come in.
And Bonymaen have been planning this in that break. Lovely drive off the set piece. Now they have to go to the back. Smith goes down to the blind side. She'll find a way through herself. 5 metres away. Bonymaen again. Pick and go with the latch, and it's Lawrence who's having to put her shoulder to the wheel in defence. Is the ball down?
Just collapse
Not quite.
In the mall there. Penalty. Your penalty. Collapse in the mall.
There's space
Sophie
on
Moore goes quickly. It's to Thomas, and Thomas is over the line, reaches out, drops the ball. Lawrence will pick it up. Excellent kick from Amy Ridley. Good connection, and made a few yards as well.
That's a great left boot. Under a huge amount of pressure as well. Really good to see that. It was a great turnover. I think Amy Thomas will be frustrated with herself there. She's been looking really lively all game.
You're going off.
Almost dead cert of a try here, but just carried a little bit high, which then allows the defender to rip you or force the knock on.
Okay, it's the same one, isn't it?
They have the lead, Bonymaen, by one try, but there's been quite a few tries left out on the paddock.
Coral, just mark that. Whose line out was it again? Red line out.
Amy Thomas, Tilly Hopkins discussing what comes next.
Are you replacing her? Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah, Amy Thomas has done really well to come back from giving birth, and I think it's really good now. You see professional players, Abby Ward, giving birth and made a return to rugby, and I think it's great that maternity policies are in place now for the professional athletes.
I think she's won.
Just to mark your cards, Indigo Premiership semi-finals coming up. Well, after this match is the cup final at 7:15 p.m. and into the stadium Seven Sisters have come. 7:15 kickoff. They are ready for a big challenge against Llanbath North.
What are you trying to talk to me?
But a real success story as well this season in Women's Rugby Seven Sisters. A lot of excitement amongst the club. Biggest day in their history getting to this stage today. Ellie, mentality-wise, when you have a day in your life, for many of the players out here, this will be today, that you're aware is going to be the biggest match of your life. What preys on the mind, and should you build it up in your head as much as you can, or should you try and control it?
I think it's a bit of both. I think you definitely want to sort of embrace the moment and not try and downplay it or avoid it. So, you know, you really want to make the most of the experience and be in the moment and, you know, really appreciate that. But at the same time, you don't want to let the emotions overwhelm you and overthink it too much so that it affects your performance. So it's the top 2 inches, isn't it? And that's a battle in any sort of performance sport, is how you control your mind, because you could be as fit and as skillful as you want, but if your head's not in it, then
if
you're not going to perform.
Her off the pitch, please, and you can go off the pitch too, so we can carry on with the game. Thank you. 16 on, yeah, she's off.
Great to see members of the crowd there enjoying the day.
This is your mark, Blue. Okay, time back on. Take a step for me, 10. Take a step for me.
Haverfordwest still waiting for Jodie Williams to return, and that's why Bonymaen going to the set piece, although it was a decoy. They move things on quickly, and Moore can't take it. Interception from Haverfordwest. Ella Sturley up to halfway.
Get on side, please, 6.
Megan Davis doesn't take it. She has to reset. Instead, Neumann is onto the ball. Her sister Lisa playing for Wales earlier today. She's in the crowd. She's able to watch sister Jana in a cup final at the Principality Stadium for the first time, because last year she was up in Scotland playing for Wales. So with the Wales match being at home on this weekend this year, Lisa has been able to get out of the function for the internationals and come down pitch side to watch Jana in action on the charge.
Yeah, I'm sure Lisa will be very proud of her, and it's a great moment for her to be able to watch her sister. And, you know, they're a very talented, athletic family, so it's great to see that family connection. You know, we had it earlier with Gwen Ann Hopkins and her mother Anwen Hopkins playing. later, you know, in the game straight after her. So it's really good to see those sort of family connections come into the fore today.
Bind. Set. Ball in 9.
Great position this for Haverfordwest. Neumann picks up, passes on. Williams is there. Davis and looking to get Ridge running, but knocked on. Bonymaen. Smith spinning. Her legs laced up on that occasion. More. Hopkins moves it on to Cherry Morris.
Never release, Blue.
There is space on the outside if they can get it there.
More. And Tiffany was focused on the contact on that occasion. Now there's space, and now there's eyes that see it. Field, good pass on from Jones.
Release.
More. Big collision here. Roberts, Sarah Lawrence, excuse me, coming out of the line. More. Smith. Slip pass again to Tiffany. Out of contact from the prop. And there's still a chance here. It hasn't gone forwards. Still hasn't gone forwards. But really, that could have been so much better for Bonymaen. Good pass. Good step. More.
And roll away.
How long can her engine run, the scrum half? She has been everywhere. Jones.
Take a step. Thank you.
Oh, they've got an overlap here. 5-on-2 if they can make it work.
And it's spotted as well. Running down the gunnels is Reese. Has to play it off the floor. There's no one there initially. Tiffany goes sideways initially, then makes yards.
It was good.
Sophie Moore. Lauren Smith knows there's no chance of dancing through that defence. Instead, there's a better chance out wide with Field picking it up and straightening and barging into blue shirts. Moore. Cherry Morris.
Went backwards.
Jones.
A roll away.
Natalie Murphy almost has the shirt ripped off her back, but gets the ball away. Neumann is trying her best to smother the ball. Instead, Murphy's off her feet and charging at the line again. Good clear out from Jones. Moore, good pace on this. Smith will loop it along to the wing, and the step back is good. Bonymaen in again.
Oh, that's great build-up play by Bonymaen there. Really good patience in attack. You saw a mixture there of carrying really directly, but also moving the ball to the width, and the speed of pass that Lauren Smith has got really made the difference there. So you can see here on this side, really making the 5-on-2 overlap count. Great handoff. Managed to keep hold of the ball, which is really important, and not lose the ball there. And then look at this speed of pass. Zipped it out there. The ball will always beat the defenders when you pass it that quickly, and it's a great finish to step off her right foot there.
Yeah, Lily Roberts getting the ball and touching it down. Well, great to see her back on the field.
Yeah, no surprise that they've brought her on in a different position. Doesn't surprise me that they want to keep Lauren Smith in there, pulling the strings at 10.
Thanks.
I'm slightly concerned that a Lucas Apoto was in the way there, but she managed. She knows her run up and she stepped around it.
The two fly halves on the pitch, linking nicely. Bonymaen with a bit of breathing space in the final.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that Haverfordwest did that whole thing with 14 players. That ball in play time was so long, so I think their players should have come back on 48, 49 minutes. But because the ball in play time, there was no break in play, they couldn't get it back on, and they had to do that whole defensive set with 14 players, and eventually something is going to give.
Yeah, and that's the positive point, Ellie, for Haverfordwest. These points have been conceded when they've been a player down. Now things are on level terms again. There's plenty of time as well to get back into this. Look at Smith. dancing with the ball, doing defenders with her eyes as much as her feet there.
Please, you're offside.
Tiffany. Oh, levelled by Sarah Lawrence in defence. But Morris, his engine is one of those ones which keeps on going.
The counter is fine. Leave it, Red. Leave it on the floor, Red. That's
Stolen, and through the middle goes Sturley. Brilliantly done from Ella Sturley. Now the hands are good. And another chance for Haverfordwest. Can they make this pay and strike back immediately? Williams has to leave Swift to take it on. Here's Jodie Williams, fully charged after 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Time off. She's down. Yeah, she's your player. Time off.
That's a great bit of play and exactly what Haverfordwest needed.
Just watch that high tackle,
I think it's given them a bit of an energy boost having their player come back on the pitch. There's a real opportunity here for them.
That's Anna Ridge who's down. She's playing her first game for Haverfordwest in this final. I mean, that's so rare to be making your debut for a club in a final. But the master's student, 23 years of age, is impressed on that debut.
Talk about in the deep end.
I'll go and tell them.
She's looked very good considering, because that's really difficult, to get to know the structures and the way that your club plays. Build those partnerships with your centre partners, your wings. 13's such a key position, both in defence and attack, and she hasn't looked out of place at all, which is credit to her.
Just put time back on.
And Gareth Jones making the most of that break, wasn't she? Yeah.
Okay.
Waving at herself on the big screen
wait
here.
For her. No, wait for her to set. Are we good?
You've got to take your chance for these kind of things.
High tackle.
Definitely got to make the most of it.
Williams went quickly. What a contact that is, right in the midriff of Amy Ridley. But she's kept the ball. Now, Neumann. What can she do? She's becoming a central figure for Haverfordwest with all the carries that she's brought so far off the bench. Davis.
18. Playing advantage.
With the advantage. Williams takes her time. Loopy pass, but it's a safe pass to Ellie Thomas. Ellie Thomas fights hard and keeps the ball herself.
Still got the advantage if you want it, 9.
Now Davis, lovely pass, that one on to Williams. Much better speed on this from Haverfordwest. Picked up by Davis, as long as that didn't go forward. It did, but penalty was coming anyway.
Yeah, I'd just like to see teams make more of an advantage of the penalty, or they've taken it.
There's Iliam Williams, and she is going and going, but she's tackled. Well, Ellen Williams just took that whilst our replay was running out. Lightning speed, but it's turned over now. Smith puts her boot through this, and it goes over the last defender for Haverfordwest. Tati Richards, and I think that was knocked on. What a chase from Bonymaen.
That was an outstanding chase. Really, really good stuff by Roberts there. You know, a kick is only as good as your chase. I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. And yeah, she really made it. It was a great kick by Lauren, but really good chase. And I think Haverfordwest will be very disappointed not to have come away with some points there.
Well, we're going to go pitch side down to see Lloyd.
Rosie Mankey, Prif, Hyfforddwr, Hullford. Right, Rosie, I've been tipped off. You may have a bit of split allegiances today. What can you tell me about that?
2 years ago, Bonymaen were in the cup final, and I was in their box. I was running the water on at the time, so a bit of a player coach.
Yeah, and speaking to some of the other players, you could have been playing today, but you were injured. Tell us about the injury.
Yeah, I've had a dodgy knee for quite a while now, hence why I didn't get a lot of time at Bonymaen either. And I did it again in January, so it's just not looking good for me, unfortunately.
Okay, but Haverfordwest, they've enjoyed some positive moments in the second half there. What do they need to do now to get back into this game? Because it's not too far away for them.
No, it's definitely not out of our grasp either, but we haven't had any territory at the moment, and we had it there and we've lost the ball. So at the moment we're not quite able to capitalise on what we do have.
Yeah, great. So to sum it up, what do you have to do to win this game?
Up the aggression a bit, I think, and keep the ball.
Keep the ball. Thank you very much, Rosie. All the best. Diolch.
Well, let us see if Haverfordwest can do just that. So many promising moments. So much great defence as well. But Bonymaen still having crossed 4 times. But 23 minutes to play, Ellie. It's a long old time in rugby.
Yeah, anything can happen, you know. If they get one converted try, they're only 5 points away from drawing. So anything can happen. They just need that one little break to get them back up into Bonymaen's 22.
Davis. Sturley and Ridge seem to be the players that might conjure something for Haverfordwest, even from deep like this. Ridge is taken into touch, though, a little too laterally in the end.
Yeah, she'll be a bit disappointed with that. I think that was a real opportunity to sort of straighten and move the ball into the space.
Don't touch the ball, please. Okay? They want to go fast.
Some Natalie Murphy covering across. Well, actually, it wasn't Natalie Murphy at all. It was Lily Roberts helping out. Doing the kind of dirty work that fly halves don't get enough credit for, Ellie. Here is Murphy. And then the spin from Demi Stevens. Good pass again. Smith with more width on this. There's numbers lining up here. This could be very dangerous indeed. Reese passes on. Fields has support on the outside from Bates. Megan Bates is cutting back in with venom and still going. But they're knocking on again, close to the line.
Oh, some great attack in play there. Really good to see Bonymaen spreading the ball. And again, it's Lauren Smith playing out the back of that forward pod. Just allows you to get the ball wide. Forwards hold up all the defenders in the middle of the pitch, and then you can spread the ball. Some great accuracy here. And then really testing the connections of Haverfordwest's defence. I think a few defenders might have switched off when the ball went past them. It's really important that you stay high there, so that if anyone does cut back in, that you can be there to meet them. Difficult position here to exit from. Hopefully we'll see probably an 8 carry up the right and then maybe a kick down the pitch.
Yeah, this has got Jana Neumann written all over it, at least initially. And here she goes. Good tackle from Tiffany. Stolen by Smith, though. Bonymaen gives it back to Tiffany, and they turn that scrum around. Opportunities through the middle with Murphy, who's fighting and rolling and scoring. And Bonymaen have a 5th.
Oh, she'll be very happy with that, Natalie Murphy. She's been playing rugby for a very, very long time. I think I remember playing club against her back when I was 17, 18 in the Welsh Prem. So, she's hugely experienced and shows that experience there and a bit of strength to get over the line. All comes from this 8 pick, though. They'll be a bit disappointed with that they didn't look after it on the floor. Just a bit of confusion in the ruck. Lauren Smith, good awareness, moves the ball. Great carry by Tiffany here. I think she's been very good all day long. Almost got turned over, but Natalie Murphy just responding the quickest there, and a spin out of the tackle to ground the try. Really good stuff.
Okay.
Roberts lines this up. $29 points to 12 to Bonymaen, and they are continuing to assert themselves in this plate final. The day is done for Lucy Reese. What a shift she's put in that outside centre channel. Good disciplined positional performance as well. So we see Murphy score. Final moment to savour for Natalie Murphy, the 33-year-old. Knows her way around those kind of positions, and tough to stop from short range.
Playing advantage, knock on.
I think Meg Davis's kicks have been outstanding all day, her restart kicks in particular. Really high and competitive
16.
and really difficult for Bonymaen to deal with, and we've seen Bonymaen knock quite a few on.
Yellow card this time to Bonymaen. That could be significant. So it's Demi Stevens who is unfortunately having to sit out the next 10 minutes. And that was the moment.
Right, real opportunity here for Haverfordwest. You know, there's still plenty of time left in this game. What have they got in them at this line out? First real opportunity in Bonymaen's 22, probably in the whole half. So let's see if they can keep the ball and build a bit of pressure.
Ridley with the throw. Williams with the take. And now Neumann buries herself in the midst of those blue bodies. Neumann picks and rolls off the back. Murphy was on the tackle there. She knew which woman to watch. So they go to the backs. And good shrug of the first defender from Davis. Gets it out the tackle. This is Ridge, and Ridge along the line. Swift dances back in.
And release! Release, Red!
Williams spins it away to Bush.
And release. Leave it 5-5.
Stage in the game where Haverfordwest do need to come away with points. There is plenty of time to come back if the points start to come. Williams passes on. Tati Richards just can't take it.
They'll be really frustrated with that. That was a real opportunity there. I think she probably just carried that one step too close to the line, and you know that's what happens when you try and force things and you really try and chase after that try. Is sometimes you just try a bit too hard to make something work, and then you end up forcing it and making an error.
Roberts with a really good touch finder there, Ellie.
It was a great kick, considering the angle she had, and on this side for a right footer is a really difficult place to kick from, so she did really well with that kick.
What's the right risk reward for kicking, in your opinion, when you're going for touch versus how many metres you want to get and making sure?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. When I was playing in Bristol Bears, Dave Ward used to say he wanted me to go for the high-risk kicks as long as I got 8 out of 10 of them. So, yeah, so you know you're allowed to miss one maybe within the game if the others that you get are real good touch finders, and you march your team up the pitch.
Leave it 5. She's not rolled.
Nice pass from Davis. Ridge again into the line. Richards can't take it first time, so we come all the way back. Did you manage to get 8 out of 10 every time?
Where's the mark, Coral? On there, wasn't it?
It was hit and miss, right? So sometimes you'd have games where you'd be absolutely on fire. Every kick you kick goes really well, and then you'd have other games where you'd miss a few, and then you'd have to go safe, for the rest of the game. Then, so it's a real. We were talking about the mental aspect of the game earlier on, and that is a real, mental skill. You can do all the work that you want kicking, but if you don't create that pressure in training, as soon as you come to a game, it's a very different beast. And the other thing that people don't really think about is it's all well and good kicking when you're fresh, but what about 75 minutes into the game when you've made 10 or 12 tackles, you've run however many meters, to then be able to execute, calm your heart rate down and execute the kick is another thing entirely.
We're not far away from that stage in the game. 15 minutes remaining in the plate final. It's all Haverfordwest at the moment, but they need to convert this position. Bonymaen trying to steal it.
Take a step, girls. Give her time. 5. Amy.
Jodie Williams is down there.
Away. Okay. Time is off. I didn't see what happened there, but it's your penalty, hands in the ruck.
Yeah, she looks in quite a bit of pain. I'm not quite sure what happened there at the bottom of the ruck, but let's hope she's okay.
Yeah, it's just hands in the ruck there. Ruck is formed. Hands are in. I don't know what happened. I think she just twisted when she presented the ball. No, gone. Played. Amy, I might get to have a drink.
I don't know if you heard that, but if it comes across on TV as well, but Angada Jones checking whether that's 26 minutes to go in this match or 26 minutes played in the half. And I think rather relieved to hear it's 26 gone.
Oh, definitely. You get those moments in games where you feel like you've been playing for ages, and then you look up the clock and there's still 30 minutes left to go, and you're like, how on earth has that happened?
Yeah, it must be a strange time. Sometimes I imagine you judge it well and you know exactly how many minutes and you get that right. But sometimes, as you say, you get surprised.
Yeah, sometimes a half just goes in a blink of an eye, and, you don't want it to stop, and you're on top of things and you're in the flow. And then other times, especially if it's a, tough day at the office and maybe you're spending a lot of time defending, that's when games can feel a lot longer than 80 minutes.
It's good to hear that at the elite level, that's a feeling which people experience as much as at the amateur level.
13 to go, yeah, sorry. Okay. How long on the yellow, Amy?
I think Lauren Smith probably wants this match to keep on going and going.
That's your mark, Blues.
She's been in brilliant form.
What did you say, 1 minute, Amy?
Yeah, looks like she's enjoying herself out there.
6.
Really does come alive in these kind of games. Loves a bit of space to attack into.
6 on the yellow. 6, if you can tell her. Sure, Mark. Take a little bit step for me, please. Thank you.
Good lineup from Haverfordwest.
Some more.
Can they make this pay?
Okay.
Good counter drive though from
Ball's there. Play it.
Bonymaen. Gap opens up for Davis and she's through. Meg Davis dials the lifeline for Haverfordwest in this final. Meg Davis makes it happen.
Well, that was a real 10-on-10 moment there. She just carried right to the line. There was no chance she was going to pass that get ball. Challenge Lauren Smith. Are you going to tackle me? And it is a game that Lauren's been working on very hard recently, but just doesn't quite make it there. So she's waiting for someone to come and she goes low, probably comes off her feet a little bit too early. And credit to Meg Davis, she stays on her feet and drives really hard. Look at her carrying with 2 hands and then transfers the ball and then has the gas to finish off the try.
Well, she's retiring at the end of this season, Megan Davis. And if that is a try which sparks a comeback which goes all the way, then what a way to be concluding a season.
So I know where to place myself.
Nonetheless, a try under the sticks at the Principality. And that one will live forever.
Be interesting to see how Bonymaen manage this next 12 minutes now. Are they going to slow everything down and play it tight and play it safe and protect their lead, or are they going to go and chase after more tries and keep putting the pressure on Haverfordwest?
Clean take and a good one from Thomas.
In from the side. Okay, in from the side. Okay.
Injury to the Bonymaen chaser here. So just over 10 minutes to go. 10 points the difference. There is a chance that
if you play, let's go.
we are in for a grandstand finish.
Okay,
Haverfordwest needing to profit whilst Bonymaen still have a player in the bin.
Yeah, I'd like to see Haverfordwest change up their tactics, maybe take a few quick taps, trying up the tempo now for the last 10 minutes of the game and see what they can make of it.
Ridley, good throw from the line out, uncontested, safe passage into Jana Neumann's hands. And she's watched well, taken down. So Davis with numbers again to the left, and they'll make this look easy, will Anna Ridge on the outside, then back on the inside.
Okay, advantage, high tackle, 12. Playing advantage,
High tackle attempt on Anna Ridge. Sturley spins and goes. Williams, Davis, Jodie Williams, lovely pass onto Neumann. She'll get it away. It bounces just off the hands of Ellie Thomas, but again that advantage.
Yes, great play by the backs originally there. Off the line out, big carry up midfield and then get the ball wide.
Back 10,
and that's what happens if you get dominant carries and quick ball speed. Try and catch the defence off guard and beat them round the corner, and they did that really well. And they've now managed to get themselves once again into Bonymaen's 22, so see if they can be accurate with this opportunity.
Can I have your one here, please? Early.
Ridley takes it down. Jodie Williams secures the ball. Haverfordwest start looking close-knit and still moving. Bonymaen splintering. And the forward strength of Haverfordwest is really telling here. Neumann lays it back. Tilly Hopkins has dived all over the ball here. And that could be really bad news for Bonymaen. It's going to be Williams who'll try and make them pay. She spins and scores. Jodie Williams gives Haverfordwest every chance now.
Well, now we have got a game on our hands, only 5 points in it. This kick, very, very important. If we watch it back, great reactions again. I did think originally she carried a little bit high, but she managed to rectify that by staying on her feet, spinning out of the tackle and getting down. I think Bonymaen will be disappointed that they allowed that. But it's a great finish, really good strength by Jodie Williams there to finish the try. It's an outstanding kick.
Flags are raised for Ellen Williams.
What a kick, probably one of the most important kicks of the day. Brings us to within 3-point game.
So 3 points in it between Bonymaen and Haverfordwest. They were 29-12 points down.
Backwards. And release. Sorry.
Nice slip pass from Jodie Williams. She has brought Haverfordwest right back into this.
3 off her feet. Back 10. But back 10, please. Go. No, off her
So
feet.
the situation here for Haverfordwest is that a penalty won't be good enough because it's the number of tries scored which is the tiebreaker here, and they are a try down on that front, so they have to score
Hold it there.
in order to win this match. If they do score, well, of course they'll be ahead on the scoreboard, so that'll be job done. But simply knocking over a penalty to draw things won't take it into extra time.
It's ahead. Does he want me to carry on with the clock or stop it?
Yeah, I think Bonymaen are going for this to put themselves 6 points ahead.
Sorry.
So then even if Haverfordwest do score,
5 minutes
they'll
left.
still have to get the conversion to win the game.
Yes, good game
Amy,
sense
I can't hear you.
from Bonymaen. But who would have thought that they would have to be playing like this towards the end here, given how well things were going?
Yeah, they looked in complete control, didn't they? But a card again, you know, cards make a big difference in these games, having to play with 14 players. You can see here from Roberts, very sensible. She's taken up all the time on the penalty to make sure she really winds down the clock. Oh no, sorry, there's an injury.
Yeah, we're still going to have plenty of time. And 6 points
is still going for 1 minute.
sets the challenge down to Haverfordwest to say you've got to score and convert
So
this.
it's still going at the moment. No, not for that. Just till the end of the game, yeah? So just behind the time, we've had a lot of stoppages. So I'm giving her 1 minute. No.
Fall to Lily Roberts to try and knock this over once play is back on. Is a Haverfordwest player who is down, just out of shot here. And Ellie, if this goes over, then of course trying to score a try where you have to score 7, how much does that affect you as a fly half, knowing that a try in the corner really isn't that sensible? You've got to try and make sure that final moment is closer in.
Well, I think actually Williams showed that she can convert from out wide with that conversion that she just knocked over. So, you know, yes, it's important and you try and make the kick as easy as you can, but the most important thing is you actually score the try in the first place. So, you know, there'll be a big focus on that once this goes over.
So you wouldn't actually change anything about the way you attack, just do the first job?
Definitely not. I don't think you've got the luxury of that. You're just trying to score from wherever you're trying to score, but then hopefully the player, whoever is over the line, is doing everything they can to get that, you know, even if it's just an inch closer to the post, just makes that kick a little bit better, easier for the kicker.
Let's have a little look back at some of the highlights of this match, and Lauren Smith, with that try, set their Principality alight.
I'm pretty sure she'll be in contention, if not winning probably player of the match with her contribution. She's made a huge impact since coming on the pitch.
Oh, a sad sight to see. Heading off is Emma Bush, and in some discomfort. She's knocked it over, and Roberts has done everything she can to sew things up for Bonymaen in these final 5 minutes. It means Haverfordwest have to score and convert in order to win this.
Yeah, you can see the celebrations, you can see how much it means to her. Really important score there, and it's important now how do Haverfordwest respond to this. They've had a blow, you know, they've lost a player through injury, and they've just conceded a penalty. So have they got any little bit of fight left in them? Because there's still 4 minutes. It only takes 10 seconds to score a try, you know. There's still four whole minutes left to go.
Megan Davis, who started this comeback with a score of her own accord, kicks things off, knowing her team have to do it again. How hard is playing down the clock, Ellie? Because that's effectively what Bonymaen will do.
Yeah, it depends if you've planned for it. So, you know, certain teams have certain structures, keep it tight. They might go into pods of 4. Just to make sure that they protect the ball. It's about the 9 then, using all the 5 seconds at the ruck, you know, once it's secured, and really trying to wind down that clock.
Haverfordwest on the other side of things, fighting the clock. And Sturley fighting hard for those yards. Neumann will do the same. Taken down well. She's been well tackled, Jana Neumann, since her introduction. Ali Griffiths keeps it alive. Now this is Chloe Bonymaen. Ball taken by Reese. Bates at scrum half. Here is Cherry Morris. Bonymaen will look to dominate possession and inflict blows on Haverfordwest where they can. But really keeping possession is the #1 aim, and they don't do that. Sturley to Neumann. And what comes next? Williams to Davis. Carry from Fleur Monday. That's snaffled backwards, but illegally so.
Right, there's an opportunity here. If they tap and go wide, Bonymaen are really, really narrow. We've only got one player in a whole half of the pitch.
Instead, it's the set-piece option they go for. Bonymaen off their feet, awaiting the final whistle.
Tense times for the girls on the bench, I'm sure.
And tense as well for Amy Ridley as she tries to find her jumper. She does. It's Williams. They go down. The body positions have been so good in the rolling maul from Haverfordwest today. Neumann peels off. So Williams. Davis puts boot to ball here. It's bouncing around and it's into the hands of Bonymaen, and now they're breaking free. It's Dana Lewis. Welcome reprieve for Bonymaen. There's loads of space here to run into. Instead, it's kick to touch. That's it. Time is up. Bonymaen. Time to celebrate. They turned things around from 2 years ago when they lost the cup final against Llandaff North. Here against Haverfordwest, they hold on. 32-26 to win the plate. What a season it's been for Bonymaen. A year ago, they couldn't complete some of their league fixtures. But over the last 12 months, they have risen, and this is the crowning moment of that. A fine performance. And they take silverware home at the end of it all.
Yeah, they'll be really, really pleased with that performance. I think the way they stuck in it right at the end there, lots of things were going against them in the last 15 minutes. You know, they did really well. Some really clever play to take that penalty at the end there and put themselves just out of reach, and then to hold strong in defence, turn over the ball and kick it out. They'll be very, very happy with that.
And Haverfordwest, who won the bowl last year, could have saved the very best till last here, but they fell agonisingly short. 6 points short.
Yeah, it's really tough for them. I think that, you know, they had to play 20 minutes with down to 14 players, and that really saps it out of you, especially when you have to defend for that long. You know, I think there was long periods of play in there where the ball was in play and they had to defend phase after phase after phase. And that really does take its toll then, and probably means you don't have the opportunity to attack later on in the game.
Well, Lloyd Lewis,
cwmni ffantastig fy mab gyda Angharad Jones, captain Bonymaen, a Lauren Smith, seren y gêm. Angharad, sut deimlad oedd hwnna i ennill yma yn Principality Stadium?
Teimlad anhygoel. I ddod i ffwrdd heddi nawr gyda'r llwyddiant, teimlad byth gofiadwy bendant.
Lauren, fi'n meddwl nath pawb yn y stadiwm yn cynnwys fi ffolo am y dymu na, nes i taflu am y cais cynta. Sut mae'n teimlo i sgorio fy yma, mae'n anghydadwy?
O ie, mae'n gret i cael cyfle i dod i'r stadiwm yma. Mae'n gwych i sgori, ond mae gyd am y tîm yma, maen nhw'n gret. Pleser chwarae nhw, really.
Oeddech chi gyd yn gret. Lauren, chi'n gyfrifiadau, ti yw seren y gêm.
Bonymaen can get ready for the presentation of the trophy. And Ellie, they showed enough in those 80 minutes to be worthy of winning that one.
Yeah, definitely. I do think Lauren Smith made a huge impact on the game when she came on. You know, just her awareness, her ability to move the ball around the pitch. She had a kicking game, a passing game, and then obviously it's the dummy that we all know about. And I think that really did make the difference today. You know, a couple of tries came from that dummy, and that was what made the difference.
Earlier today, Club Rugby Cymru Caerdydd beating Old Penarthians 34 points to 21. And here, 6 points in it. Bonymaen beating Haverfordwest 32 points to 26. Coming up, Seven Sisters are facing Llandaff North in the cup final at 7:15. Well, these teams will take place in the stadium, then in the changing rooms, then in the function room, then out onto the streets of Cardiff.
Definitely onto the streets of Cardiff. I think there'll be a lot of celebrating going on tonight by all three teams, and whoever eventually wins in the last game as well. But all teams together, you know, it's a great day for women's rugby. The international senior team playing earlier on today and getting a really important win against Italy.
Well, Haverfordwest, congratulations to them, making the plate final a year on from the bowl final. It's been a very, very good season for them. Anna Ridge and Jodie Williams back to back, who did so much to throw their team a lifeline in the second half.
Yeah, it'll be a day to remember for so many of these girls. You know, whether they won or lost, it was a really competitive game, and they can all be really proud of themselves. It's great to see these games being so competitive, you know, going right down to the wire.
Good to see Emma Bush smiling as well, who injured her arm in that second half. Bonymaen's turn to receive their medals and their awards. Club that was only established in terms of the women's team in 2016, Bonymaen. So plenty of originals from that first team still here and lifting silverware 2 years on from losing the cup final, and they did not want to miss out again. Sophie Moore receives the first handshake and the first accolade. Great performance from the scrum half. She really led from the front.
Yeah, she was great today, really busy around the fringes, taking quick tap penalties, always keeping the defence on their toes. And I think it's really important when you've got a 9 who's a running threat like that, because it tightens up the defences around the rucks and then creates space for the backs later on in the game. So, you know, really conditioned the defence there, and I think she played really well.
So, Tilly Hopkins. And there's Lauren Smith. Bonymaen badge has been burnished today with this performance.
Yeah, and you just saw Amy Thomas there collect her medal. I think she would have been in contention for player of the match as well. Some really good carries throughout the game. You know, just getting a team on the front foot, and those sort of carries and that sort of work opens up the space for people like Lauren Smith then. So, you know, real credit to her and the forward pack for the work they did today.
And the captain this season, Georgia Evans, injured today with the on-field captain, Angela Jones. So here we go. to the final line in this year's plate competition about to be written.
I really like that you can see Haverfordwest there in the background, clapping. Really good sportsmanship.
Here it comes. The plate held daintily by Angharad Jones and Georgia Evans. Bonymaen, plate champions 2024. Congratulations to Bonymaen and Haverfordwest. A fine plate performance from both of them. It's been a joy to watch. Here is the highlights, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.